إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back once again to our Hadith Halaqat, where we go through the 40 Hadith by Imam Naway rahimahullah ta'ala. And we have reached Hadith number 13. This Hadith is like many of these Hadith, Asl min Usul al-Din, meaning that each hadith that we're covering covers a very fundamental part of the religion. And this hadith is no different. It goes as follows. عن أبي حمزة أنس بن مالك خادم الرسول خادم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ورضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه رواه البخاري ومسلم. The meaning of which is, on the authority of Abu Hamza Anas bin Malik, the servant of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anas bin Malik is a very interesting companion in the fact that he spent close to 10 years as a young boy serving the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he served the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for some time, and he interacted with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on a daily basis. So you see much of the hadith coming from the likes of him and others around his age. And he was one of those people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed with a large family and so on, a long life. And inshallah we'll explain that later on. But this hadith, he's saying that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا يؤمن أحدكم, none from amongst you has believed, none from amongst you has believed, حتى, until, يحب لأخيه, until they love for their brother, ما يحب لنفسه, that which they love or he loves for himself. So you see how this hadith is making a very profound statement. It is removing all Iman from a person until they love for their brother that which they love for themselves. So it is basically saying you are not Muslim, you are not a believer until you do this. And what is important to highlight here is the understanding of the scholars in Islam concerning this hadith. They say here what the Prophet ﷺ is talking about is Iman al-Kamil, meaning complete Iman. In other words, the Prophet ﷺ is not saying that if you happen to not love for your brother that which you love for yourself for a moment, that you are no longer a believer. Okay, so what the Prophet ﷺ is talking about here is that perfection of Iman. That level of perfection of Iman will not be attained, will not be achieved until you love for your brother that which you love for yourself. So you will find this teaching in other religions, right? And sometimes they call it the golden rule, right? Treat others the way that you want to be treated yourself. Love for your brother that which you love for yourself. And sometimes people, especially as an imam, they come up to me and they say, well, the fact that Islam has so many similarities with other religions, not just Christianity and Buddhism, but other religions as well, Christianity and Judaism, but other religions as well. As a Muslim, it highlights the fact that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, كَانَ النَّاسُ أُمَّةً وَاحِدًا كَانَ النَّاسُ أُمَّةً وَاحِدًا, that mankind used to be one nation, one group of people that worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with Adam alayhi salam and his children. But then later on, people started introducing new religions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had not sent permission for. And this eventually led to the creation of the different religions as we know it today. But the fact is that you can still see the traces of that unity from before. And this hadith is one of those examples where you will find this mentioned in many different religions or even spiritual circles and so on. Another important point to highlight here is the scholars, they say, when people often read this hadith, they think it only means love for your brother from good, that which you love for yourself. Okay? They think that, well, if you see something good, then you help your brother, or you help your brother attaining good. And many people, they forget that it also, the understanding from this hadith is the opposite, or a more complete understanding is that the same way that you love for your brother that which you love for yourself, a part of it is that you hate for your brother that which you hate for yourself, right? So it is not just in terms of the good, but it is also caring about someone and helping them avoid any possible evil. And even a bigger understanding than that is this hadith is not only referring to the interactions in this world, but it is also talking about the guidance of Islam. How so? If a believer truly understands and appreciates this guidance and closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if they see their brother struggling, let's say their brother is not praying salah, their brother is not fasting in the month of Ramadan, and so on, then part of this hadith is that you love for them, meaning closeness to Allah and so on, so you help them, you encourage them. And the other part of the hadith, the understanding is that you yourself would hate to be disobedient to Allah and fall short and be punished on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So because you hate it for yourself and it's distasteful for yourself, then you should be encouraging your brother not only to do good, but also to avoid evil. And this is the bigger concept of when scholars in Islam speak about al-amru bil-ma'ruf wa nahy 'anil munkar, enjoining that which is good and forbidding that which is evil. So this hadith is also a foundation for that whole concept in Islam. Because we call towards that which we love for others, and we call people away from the things that we do not want to be close to. So those are the most important points. And again, I'll just repeat the first point, because usually these hadith where the Prophet ﷺ says, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى This type of phrasing, sometimes people misunderstand or are misinformed. Here the Prophet ﷺ is talking about al-Iman al-Kamil, the perfection of Iman. So it does not mean that if a person falls short, that they are no longer a believer, but the Prophet ﷺ is encouraging us and reminding us that if you fall short, that you're closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by loving for your brother that which you love for yourself. This hadith is narrated both by Bukhari and Muslim, collected by them. So this hadith is muttafaqun alayh, meaning it is the highest level of hadith in terms of authenticity. So this is the only thing for a Muslim that is more authentic is the Book of Allah. And after that is what Imam al-Bukhari and Imam Muslim both have agreed upon. So inshallah, we will stop here for today's class and we will continue tomorrow inshallah. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.